Hello, everybody. Hello. How are we doing this evening? Oh,
Doing good.
Doing good.
forgot that my camera
Doing
got
well.
reset. You can only see half my face, which I mean, I guess not the worst thing in the world. Quick, easy fix. Hi, everybody. How's it going? I am Ben
Doing good.
Ravensdale. Tonight we're going to be playing some Battletech Fate. We have a slight change in the roster over the last couple of weeks. So tonight we are going to be doing another little training simulation. But before we get into that, let's talk to our Lance members. Again, I'm Ben Ravensdale. I'm going to be the GM tonight. Starting with player number 1, which is going to be Nicholas.
Hello, I'm Eric. I'll be playing Nicholas.
That's it? No, just a man of mystery? No
Yes.
details? All right, that's fair. I guess you guys will have to find out who Nicholas is and what he's all about as we play.
It's a training session. Next time I'll go in more in depth.
All right, player 2 is going to be Finn, I believe.
Hi, I'm Zach, also known as I'm Bad at Gaming. I'm playing Finn Erickson, a former Innersphere mercenary turned clan bondsman for Clan Ghost Bear.
Yeah, we'll get into the whole history with that soon, but it's complex and multifaceted. So, quick notes. Player 2 and player 4, aka Finn and Tovar, they don't have webcams this evening due to some technical stuff. So they just have the Ghost Raven logo as a placeholder. Just FYI. Player number 3, that is going to be Doc.
Hi, so I am Wes. I am playing Doc this evening. Doc is an absolutely unhinged old gunny who is quite fond of the bottle. So we'll see how that goes this evening.
All right. And last but not least, we have player number 4, aka Tovar.
Hey, this is Jim. Sorry about that. This is Jim. I'm playing Tovar tonight, the rookie of the team who has way too much VR time on his hands.
Hey, when you're stuck in jump space, there's not a whole heck of a lot else to do, so you spend a lot of time playing video games. What can I say?
And hey, if you ever played that MechWarrior arcade game, you know how fun that is.
I've seen that. I've missed it, like, within 12 hours a couple of times. So I've never actually had a chance to play it, but I've seen it. So, one of these days. All right, so because we've got some new members to the Lance and everything like that, and we are missing one, Archer will be here in future sessions, but last-minute complications arose. So Archer will be back for future sessions. In the meantime, because we've got 2 new players and a couple of tweaks to the rules, we're going to go ahead and do another training simulation. This is hopefully going to be the final one, and then we'll get into the story starting in the next session. But right now, tonight, here for your giant robot viewing pleasure, we have Doc in a crab, Tovar in a Shadowhawk. We have Finn in a Griffin 2C, the only clan mech on the field today. And we have Nicholas in a Dervish. Exactly. Got to fly those clan colors proudly. And Nicholas is in a Dervish. They are going to be facing off against an enemy lance of 4. We've got a quick draw, a centurion, a dragon, and a griffin. So the enemy lance is a little bit heavier tonnage-wise, but they are not going to have the same skills and the same stunts and everything like that available to our heroes. So it'll more or less balance out. But yeah, that's what we've got going on. So we're going to kind of jump right into things. As an FYI to everybody who's new, whether you're a new viewer or a new player, any text in green is an... Whoops, that one should go away because that one's not valid. Oh, that also should go away. Any text in green is indicating an environmental aspect that is available to people to use. So, for instance, we've got a couple pools of water here. You can use that. If you're in that area, you can tag that for free in order to get rid of more of your heat so that you don't overheat and possibly explode. Tree cover is going to be something you can tag in order to improve a defensive roll. So if you're in tree cover and someone's shooting at you, you can tag that tree cover in order to improve your chance of not getting shot. Smooth terrain is really good if you are going to use it to tag for movement. You can do that in order to go a little bit further. Alternatively, I guess if you want to get creative, you could tag smooth terrain if somebody is making a roll to not get knocked over, like if they've taken a bunch of stability damage and they're possibly going to fall. You could tag smooth terrain to make it harder for them to not fall because there's less friction, and so they, go ass over tea kettle. Which the ass part of that phrase has always made sense to me. The tea kettle part, not so much, but that's beside the point. So yeah, that's the idea behind those terrain or scene aspects. Once they're tagged, they remain in effect unless someone did something to get rid of them. Like if someone decides they're just going to mow down an area of tree cover, then that would go away. But otherwise, they'll stick around. They'll turn red to indicate they've already been tagged for free, and you can continue tagging them by spending fate points down the line. So yeah. I think that's pretty much it for that little heads up just for the new folks. Now, the other thing that we've got going on is we've got a few slight tweaks to the rules. It's nothing huge for the most part. The main changes are going to be in the initiative. Before we were rolling new initiatives at the beginning of every round, it was taking forever. Not a huge fan. So instead, what we're going to do is we are basically going to we're going to roll initiative at the beginning of the combat. We're going to record everybody's results, and at the beginning of a round, you guys, as the player Lance, are going to determine which of your 4 initiative scores you're going to bid for that round. The enemy Lance is going to do that as well, but in secret. And so basically, you want to bid a higher number than them in order to win initiative for that round. Once initiative has been determined, whoever lost, they have to move first, and then the play passes to the next side. Basically passes to if the enemies lose initiative, they'll move. One of their units will move. They'll pass to you guys. You'll decide which of your units is going to move. You'll pass to them, and it'll kind of bounce back and forth that way. And then once we finish everybody's movement, we'll kind of do the same thing in reverse, but for attack. So basically one initiative roll, and if we get through 4 rounds of combat and everybody's still alive or the fight still goes on, then we'll roll again at that point. But that should hopefully speed things up a bit. The other change is going to be for Alpha Strike Heat, or basically the general Alpha Strike rules. It used to be every additional weapon system just added a +1 heat and a +1 to your roll. This is going to make it a little bit more nuanced, where you can choose how much of your weaponry you want to fire, which will give you more potential damage, but also will increase the amount of heat you generate. So that's another rule thing going on there. I think that should be about it. But yeah, those are all in the handout section in the journal, so you can access those and look at them at a later time if you would like. But those are the big changes. So to start off with, we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll some initiative. So everybody, all of you are going to roll me a piloting roll, and piloting is on your main character sheet, not on your mech. You're going to roll piloting, and then you're going to add sensors to whatever the result of your roll is. So you're going to look at your mech sensors rating and add that to the number that you rolled. Let's see.
we are additionally rolling sensors, or we are just adding the sensors?
You're just going to add sensors.
Copy.
Piloting, right? Oh, whoops. I accidentally did the wrong one.
Yep, it'll be piloting, and then whatever the result of that roll is, you're going to add your sensors rating. So.
Got it. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Give me 1 moment.
Yep, no problem.
Rockin'. In which case, I rolled a 7.
And my sensors is 2.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. I was looking at the wrong person's thing. I rolled a 3.
Oh, this is glorious. Exactly. This is exactly what I would expect from my history of rolls to date. All right. So
-3, -2, and -1.
You know what? Just keep your comments to yourself, okay?
Someone just put the simulator on easy mode for us.
You gotta be kidding me. I will say that this is actually not quite as bad as some of the rolls I've had in the Dragon Age stream over the course of the last few evenings, or the last few sessions. It's been atrociously bad. I think on
I saw.
Oh, yeah. I think on 9d6s I got 6 1s or something like that. It was rough. Nicholas, what was your total, please?
Oh, 4.
Thank you. And Doc, what was your total?
3.
3. All right. And Tovar, your total, please.
Tovar's got 6.
6. Okay. And last but certainly not least, Finn.
If I'm reading this right, a 5?
5. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So in that case, 6, 5, 4, 3. All right. All right, so you guys have to decide which of your initiative results you want to bid for the first round.
I mean, we got a 6. Might as well use it.
Yeah, that sounds like the best idea.
Start off strong, yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you guys will win that round. So, Roll20 hates me personally. Yeah, you are not incorrect on that. Makes me a little bit sad, if I'm honest. Okay, can I make that any smaller? No. Oh wait, yes I can. Ha ha ha. There we go. Okay, so in that case, they're going to have to go first. I think we are going to have the Griffin move first. Accelerate 3 and jump. The Griffin is going to roll jump. Whoa, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And change facing there, and then it gets to go 1, 2. And he manages to move the tree cover somehow. There we go. And he's going to move to there. Taking up position in the trees, and then it'll pass to you guys. You guys get to decide who's going to move first. You should watch the Dune stream. Roll20 really hates Eric. Keep moving. Because it rolls so badly. That's funny. I don't know who Sardaukar is, but Eric, Nicholas might.
That's the Imperial, the Emperor's Death Troopers, basically.
Oh, gotcha. I see.
Other than the Fremen, the most feared army in all of the Dune universe.
Okay, gotcha. So basically, I'm assuming Stolen Fires. I'm assuming Eric is the GM for that game then. Ah, yes. Okay. So then Eric and I are kindred spirits here. I get to be the GM and then watch just everything fail utterly. All right. So yeah, who is gonna move first from your lance?
I might
I'll
go
go
first.
first. No one's gonna
Oh,
claim it.
you go
Jinx.
ahead. Yeah.
All right. So how does movement work?
So the way
So you see, the Griffin was rolling for jump.
correct. So basically, you can always move via walking. Oh wait, you know what? Hold on real quick. The Griffin, now that I think about it, should have suffered 1 heat and 1 stability for the jump. So basically, the way it works is you can walk, which is going to be a number of hexes equal to your accelerate rating on your mech. If your piloting is higher than your accelerate, then you get +1 to that number. If it's lower than your accelerate, you get -1 to the number.
Okay.
Once you have walked, you can also do a couple other things. You can choose to just stop there, which means that you can roll stability to reduce some of your stability damage, or your stability stress. You can also sprint, which is basically you roll accelerate. So walking is just you take the number just flat as it is. If you decide to sprint, you roll accelerate, and whatever the result is, you move that additional number of hexes. If you get a negative number, that's not great for you. It's going to cause you stability stress. If you have jump jets, if your mech has the jump ability, like on your list of skills or list of ratings, then instead of sprinting,
Right.
you can roll jump, and you can roll jump. If you're going to roll jump, you basically can do your walk in any combination before or after the jump. But again, if you go to roll jump and you roll negative numbers, that's going to cause you stability stress. So you want to be careful about that. If you jump,
Okay.
if you sprint, you take 1 stability damage. If you jump, you take 1 heat and 1 stability stress.
We ball. I'm gonna try and jump. So I would roll jump then, correct?
Yep. And again, if your piloting is higher than your jump rating, you'll get a +1 to the result.
My piloting is even with my jump rating.
Okay, so then it's going to stay as is. So you basically have 3 hexes that you can move. When you're jumping, you can change your facing in whatever direction you want. If you're walking or sprinting, you can change facing, which is just a single face, like a single side shift, or rotation. Equal to your maneuver rating, but you can only do 1 at a time. So you can't move forward 1 and spin all the way around. You would move forward and rotate 1, and then you could move forward again and rotate 2 to kind of represent not being able to just pirouette on your foot.
Got it. I don't know if I can change my facing or rotate my token on the phone.
I can take care of that for you if you need, or Nicholas can.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna jump 1, 2, 3 to there.
Okay.
With my facing towards the Griffin, so facing towards Hex 10, 14.
Done.
And then I have a accelerate of 3, so I'm gonna walk an additional 1. Oh, why is not letting me select it?
You'd have to roll.
2, 3.
No. So
For the accelerate.
Oh no, never mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it.
If he had walked and then was sprinting, he'd have to roll.
Yeah.
He rolled his jump first and then walked. So.
Yeah.
And then, is it possible? Can I send out a communication blast towards the Griffin on an open band?
For purely roleplay purposes, sure.
Okay. We're gonna send out a radio transmission saying, "Pilot of the Innisphere Griffin, I challenge you to honorable one-on-one combat. To make this battle fair, I will only use my missiles."
Okay, fair enough. Keep in mind that this is a training simulation, so they may not be programmed to respond to your batch all, but that is, I appreciate the the attempt at the very least. So yeah, actually, just something to keep in mind is that once we get into the attack section of the game or of the round, you can either attack or you can do a basically like a sensors attack, like an electronic warfare attack, to impose aspects on the enemy or grant aspects to your allies. So just keep in mind that that's an option.
Okay.
But yeah. So don't forget to take 1 heat and 1 stability stress for the jump. And then it's going to go over to them. I think they're going to have the quick draw move next. The quick draw could jump, but isn't gonna. The quick draw is going to 1, 2, 3. And then is going to roll... he's going to roll accelerate to sprint. Is Nicholas trying to Kirk the simulation? No, I think that was Finn actually that was doing that.
Yeah.
Was.
So, oh, that is atrocious. How do I roll this badly? It does not make sense. Statistically speaking, this shouldn't happen, but here we are. Okay, so that was 4 negatives. I am actually going to...
Hilarious.
I am going to tag the smooth terrain on this half of this patch of pavement to re-roll that, because that is just ridiculous. There we go. So another 3. 1, 2, 3. So the quick draw will suffer 1 stability for the sprint, but that at least is putting him into better position. It'll pass to you guys. You guys can choose who's going to move next.
I'll go
Screen
next.
cheat. Sorry, I was listening, not watching. Okay, fair enough.
1, 2, 3, and there we go. All right, and I'm not sprinting or anything else, so.
Okay, in that case, they're going to go next. I think the dragon is going to go next. Accelerate 3. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to rotate facing. He is going to also sprint for 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. A cool drink of water. Let's see. That is him. He's going to take 1 stability as well. And it is now your guys' turn. You get to choose who's going to move next. You've got Tovar and Doc still to go.
I'll go ahead and go. So we'll go ahead and we'll take my normal 2 as my accelerate.
Yeah, Crab's a little bit slower.
Yep, no, I'm cool with that. We're going to take my 2 forward. And then we're going to go ahead and accelerate even further.
Okay.
If I can remember how to do this.
Now, don't forget, if your piloting is higher than your accelerate, you get to add 1 to...
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's
Fair
not.
enough. Fair enough. Nicholas, did you remember that when you did your movement?
I did, but I only wanted to move that part.
Okay, got it.
Oh, let's see what comes up on that one. So 1 more.
Yep.
Fair enough. All right, so we'll take that there.
Okay.
And then for that, I also take 1 heat. Yes.
1 stability.
1 stability.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, now it's the Centurion's turn. Centurion isn't terribly fast. He's going to go 1, 2. And does he want to... No, he doesn't. He's just going to stay there because he's got long and extreme. Yeah, he's gonna stay where he's at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hexes. I think, is that within?
Now, as a new player, is there a way for me to negate stability?
Yes. So at the end of the round, if you did not do anything to generate stability stress, or if you didn't receive any damage that would cause you stability stress, you will automatically mark off your reduce your highest level of stability stress. In addition, on the next turn, you can choose to walk, and then after you finish walking, you roll piloting against your stability to see whether or not you fall down. Like your current stability stress to see whether or not you fall down. Or to see whether or not you clear anything. If you're at max stability at the end of a turn, that's when you roll piloting to see if you fall down.
Heard. Thank you.
No problem. And Tovar, I think you are the last person to move. All right, sticking close to Doc in the crab. I don't know if you are muted or not. I couldn't hear you, Doc. Or Tovar, just so you know.
Apparently I was muted. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
go ahead and move over here, and then I will go ahead and use my jump jets.
All right, go for it.
Ooh.
Now, you can spend a fate point to tag one of your aspects and re-roll that if you would like, or you can just add +2 to the roll.
I will go ahead and spend one of my fate points.
Okay.
And we're back up to full, right?
Yes, correct.
And I will tag well-skilled Raven's Head VR Jock.
Okay.
Re-roll that bad boy.
There you go. That's what you're looking for.
Okay. And when jump jetting, you can control your facing on landing, right?
Correct.
I will land right here. Gladly turn my facing that way.
Okay. Looking good. We are in engagement range. All right, so now here we are. We're going to go into the attack phase. So at this point, you guys can choose which of you wants to attack first, because you won the initiative. So you get to make that call. Don't everybody talk at once.
Got a target they want to go for?
I'm gonna fire on the quick draw.
Okay. So, looking at the dervish, you have
Missiles and energy at medium.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are just at the extreme end of medium range, so you can go ahead and fire your. Yep. Okay. You can go ahead and fire your missiles if you want. You can also, if you choose, fire your energy weapons in addition to that to do an alpha strike.
Yep, which I will do. So
Okay.
I'll get a +1 and then take a heat. So I'm taking 4 heat total. 3 for my missiles and +1 for the energy.
Correct.
And that'll be a 4.
Now, is your gunnery higher than your missiles rating?
No, it is exactly even.
Okay, perfect. So that's going to be 3, or a total of 4. So he's going to make a maneuver roll against that. 2. Okay, so he's going to take 2 armor stress. He's going to take a stability because he was hit by missiles, so they explode on his armor, kind of, cause him to wobble a bit on his feet. But otherwise, he is good to go. Okay. Quick and easy. I think that will be the end of your turn, so it's going to go to their turn. I am going to have the... Okay, so it's distance divided by 5 is the number of hexes. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not right. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense, I guess. So 10. So you're within long range. Does he want to go for Tovar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. You know what? I think the Centurion is going to go ahead and fire. He's going to fire at Finn. Got to take those clan mechs off the board early, you know. So he is going to go ahead, and he can't fire his...
How dishonorable.
He's going to not fire his energy weapons because he can't. He's going to fire ballistic plus his missiles. So that's going to be 2 heat, 3, 4 heat. Actually, I take that back. He's just going to do... Oh, that's weird.
And then I roll maneuver against that.
Sorry, hold on one sec. He is not going to do that. He's just going to fire... He's going to include his missiles at +1 only. So it's going to be this +1. 5. So yes, Finn, I'm going to need you to roll a maneuver roll against that to mitigate the damage. And if your piloting is higher than your maneuver, then you'll add 1 to that.
My piloting is lower.
Oh, so in that case, you'll subtract 1 from that. So that'll be a 1. So against his 5, so that's 4. Now you can spend a fate point in order to get a +2 bonus to that. So that would bump the damage down to 2. Alternatively, you can just choose to take that on as armor stress, and you'll just mark off your level 4 armor stress box. You could also take a mild consequence to mark off your level 2 armor stress box. So you've got some options for how you want to handle this.
Kind of like using that. I'll just use the fate point to get +2 to my roll.
Okay. Which aspect are you tagging?
Never back down from a challenge. That sounds right. Too stubborn to be smart while getting hit with all these weapons.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and go ahead and take the mark off the fate point. Mark off the level 2 armor stress box. You'll also take 1 stability because you were hit with a ballistic weapon.
So that would be 2 boxes of armor?
It's actually, so for armor, is going to work a little bit differently from heat and stability. With armor, you just mark off the box that equals how much damage you took. So because you took 2, you mark off your level 2 box, but your level 1 stays clear.
Okay, interesting.
Yep. So that's to represent you being good at kind of rotating your mech to make maximum use of the armor and everything like that.
Got it.
Okay, and then so the Centurion, he is going to suffer a stability because he fired a ballistic weapon. You take a stability as well because you were hit with a ballistic weapon. So basically, the Centurion's AC 10. His arm rocks back as he fires the round, and some missiles streak out of his missile launcher. Actually, it's not on his shoulder; it's in his torso. So he's... If he were not a simulation, he would be very thrilled with the way that went. As it is, it's just a bunch of 1s and 0s behind the scene. So now it's you guys' turn. You get to choose who's going to attack next.
I'll fire my missiles at the Griffin if no one is objecting.
Objection. No, it's fine.
Alright. I'll just fire my missiles at the Griffin. And they are short range to long range. Or S-tail, it says.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, so he is within long range, so you can hit him no problem. Is your gunnery higher than your missiles?
It's 2 higher.
Okay, so then you're just going to add a +1.
Okay.
And you'll take 2 heat for firing just your missiles.
By the way, Ben, I was going to suggest on the mechs that have gone, did you want to click a colored dot so we know which ones have already attacked?
Sure, I can do that.
Might just make it easier during the big fights.
Yep. So you guys should be able to mark your tokens with dots when you've fired. I'll keep track of the enemies who've done it. So we'll do red for anybody who's shot, and then during the movement phase we'll do green for anybody who's moved. How's that?
Cool.
Good suggestion. Thank you. So, Finn, it looks like you got a total of so that's 0, but +1 because of your gunnery skill. If you'd like, you can spend a fate point to add 2 to that, or re-roll the dice. It's up to you.
I feel like I should probably not waste all my fate points in the first turn.
Okay, fair enough. So then that's going to be a 1. So then the Griffin is going to roll a maneuver. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so he manages to get out of the way, but only just barely. Again, that's 3 negatives on 4 dice. That is rough. Okay. All right. Well, that's that. You've marked your heat. You did everything there. So it's their turn. You know what? The Griffin's going to go ahead and fire back. So he's taking that personally. So he is also going to. He's just going to fire his PPC, I think. He's not going to add in the missiles because he doesn't want to overheat. So that's a 2.
Honorable.
So you're going to have to make a maneuver roll against that. Now, you're going to take a -1 to the roll because you've already defended against a 1 attack so far this turn. And that's cumulative.
Okay.
So if you get attacked again, that next one will be at a -2 because you've been attacked twice.
So that would be a -1 because my piloting's 1 lower, and that cumulative, or the already being attacked.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, that will be -1, so that'll be a difference of 3. So if you would like, you can spend a fate point to try to get out of the way, to basically add 2. You can do it to re-roll. It's kind of up to you. Or you can just take the 3 armor stress.
I don't want to die, so I guess I will use my last fate point on that. And I'll use to the last dying breath aspect.
Okay, I like that. Now, something that's important to note is that you can use fate. You can use your aspects to basically hinder yourself so that you gain fate points back. So you could always be like, okay, on this roll to attack, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tag this aspect in a way that is a detriment to me, so I have a penalty on the roll, and then you get a fate point for doing so.
Got it.
I can also tag aspects against you and give you a fate point. I say like, hey, will you take a fate point for me to tag this aspect against you? And you can say yes or no.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Especially for good roleplay.
Say again?
That's especially good for roleplay.
Yes, exactly. Are you going to just add 2 to your roll?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I said that.
That's okay. You may have, and I just overlooked it. So in that case, that's going to bring you up to a 1 compared to his 2. So you're going to take mark off your 1 armor stress.
All right.
And you will also mark off 1 stability because he hit you with. He hit you with an energy weapon. So never mind. I take that back. You did not mark off stability. You know what? I'm going to give you a fate point because I'm going to activate his. Oh wait, no, he didn't. He did not get 2 shifts of success to activate his PPC. He only got 1. So it's a grazing shot, and he does not scramble your sensors as a result. So Okay, so I think the quick draw is going to go next, and he's going to retaliate against the dervish. So, let's see. He's got energy at 2, missiles at 2. I think he's going to do missiles, and then he's going to include a couple lasers just to get the +1. He's going to generate 3 heat. And it's this +1. That is a 5. If you want to go ahead and roll me a maneuver to try to avoid that.
Ha!
Wow.
Very well.
Wow. Whew.
Suck
Man.
it, quick draw.
Sure
Okay,
showed
then.
you.
Yeah, right? Okay, it's you guys get to go next. Who's going to attack?
I think Tovar and I are the only ones left, yeah?
Correct, yeah.
Yep, it's me and you, Doc. Go first.
Well, I am not faced towards any of the enemies.
So facing is always going to be basically the front 180 degrees. Basically, the front 3 sides will determine your facing. So anything forward of this line that I've drawn you can hit as long as they're within range.
Is fair game. Rock and roll.
Yep.
In which case, we'll go ahead and we'll target that quick draw.
Okay, he's already been shot at once, so he's going to have a -1. Sorry, say again?
I think we're going to be jacking him up pretty badly shortly.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and attack him, and I believe I've got my large laser. So that's a range of 7 to 12. What do I roll to actually attack this guy?
So, for this guy, you know what? That is a good point. You are going to use... I see why. Hold on one sec. So, you're going to use your energy at fair. So that should be at short and medium. It's oh wait, actually, you have multiple large lasers? As crap, don't you? Hold on one sec. Let me just double check this.
The walking laser
Yes,
factory.
two large lasers. So I take that back. You have...
I will say it's always awkward when my character sheet just starts doing things on its own.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It starts dancing. It's possessed.
I have this filled out incorrectly. There you go. So because you're firing at long range, you are going to be firing this at good.
Copy. My gunnery is at a great, so I get the +1, yes?
Yes, that is correct.
Rock me, sexy Jesus. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and roll that energy weapon. That's a 2 + 1 for a 3.
Yep. Okay, so do you... Well, let me roll his maneuver. So this is going to be -1. So that is a 3, so that will... he will deftly manage to avoid that. But you can, if you would like, spend a fate point to give yourself a +2 or re-roll, if you would like.
You know what? Let's knock him on his ass. We'll spend a fate point to add that +2.
Okay, so that is going to be 2. He's going to... Okay, so he's already marked off his level 2 stress box, or armor stress, so he can't mark that off again. He's either got to go with a... He's either got to go with his level 3 armor stress box, or he can use his mild consequence instead. But I think he's just going to tick off that level 3 armor stress. Easier to do it that way. Okay. So you will take. What is that?
It's 1 plus half the energy rating. Where do I find my energy rating?
So that'll be what you just fired it at. So you fired it at good or +3. So
Okay.
You'll divide by half and round up. So it'll be 1 plus
Okay.
2 is 3.
So taking 3 heat. Copy that. Thank you.
No problem. And I think that is that. So the dragon is going to go next. I think these guys are going to kind of divide and conquer. The Griffin, the Centurion are focused on the Griffin 2C. The Quick Draw and the Dragon are going to go for the Dervish. So the Dragon's going to go next. And
Keep
mark.
dancing, Dervish.
He's got Ballistic. He's got Energy, and he's got Missiles. You know, he's just going to go. He's going to go for broke. What the hell? Why not? So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 heat. This is a bad idea. But he's going to go ahead and get this 2, and then he's going to add an additional 3 onto this.
I mean,
Meh.
he's sitting in
Why
the
not?
pond, so you might as well cook hot.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
he's a dragon. He's used to heat, right?
Right, exactly. So that is a total of a 5. So, Nicholas, if you want to give me a
Yeah. Maneuver roll.
maneuver roll, it's going to be -1 because you already shot at once this turn.
Yeah. And that was a 5 coming towards me, right?
Correct. And I forget, your piloting is the same as your maneuver or higher?
Yes.
Okay.
The same.
So that'll bump you down to a 2 then total with the -1.
Yeah.
So do you want to take 3 armor stress or do you want to spend a fate point?
I will take the 3.
Okay. So you will also take a stability stress because you were hit with a ballistic weapon.
Yeah.
He will also take a stability, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a choice. But then again, he is in the water, so this works out. All right. So moving over to you guys, the last person to attack is going to be Tovar.
Tovar's gonna shoot at that quick strike there with a alpha strike of ballistic as well as missiles.
Okay. Are you going to include your energy in there, or is it just ballistic and missiles?
I can include the energy, can't I? That's medium range. You know what? I will include that just to see if we can burn this guy down.
Okay. So that is going to be rolling ballistic. You'll take 2 heat, 3, 4, 5 heat.
Yep.
But
I
that
am
is
+1 to that.
okay. So that is going to be 4 is 5, 6, 7, 8. That is an 8 on that roll.
Oof.
Okay. Well, he is going to roll a maneuver. Come on.
He's been picked on already, so.
Yep. So he's taken 2 shots. So that is going to be a 3. So even though that was a really good roll, he's still. So he's going to take a 5. Ugh. Ew, that's gross. You know what? He's just going to go ahead and take it. He'll mark it off. There's no sense in not doing it. Because even if he like spent a fate point to get the +2, that would bump him down to 3 armor stress, but that box is already filled, so it would still bump up to a 4. So there's no sense in, yeah, he's fine. He will actually take a stability because of the extra ballistic. You will also take a stability as well because you fired a ballistic weapon. Okay. And your heat is you are toasty. Okay. So everybody has now fired. So we should be set with that. So now we're going to move into the end of the round, which is the stability phase. Basically, you're going to check to see if you clear stability. Anybody who has generated stability this turn will not clear stability at the end of the turn because you've either we've only been one round, so if you've taken stability stress, then you can't clear it this round. So
Still wobbly.
Exactly. So we'll skip over that. We'll go right into the next round. Let's go ahead and tackle the initiative first. What do you guys want to bid for your initiative?
Do we drain off any heat or no?
We'll do that once we're done with the initiative part.
So we used our 6, yes?
You used your 6.
Used
You
the
guys have a
6.
5, a 4, and a 3 left.
You want to use the 5?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well, yeah. Work our way down.
Okay. Okay. So then, yeah, we will go and handle the heat next. So basically, what you're going to do is go and remove your little red dot if you have not already done so to indicate that we are out of the shooting phase. And we will go into the movement, or the heat phase. So basically, if what you're going to do is you're going to automatically reduce a number of heat equal to whatever your mech's heat rating is. So, for example, the dragon has a heat rating of 1, so I'm just going to remove 1 box of heat stress from him. Centurion has a heat rating of 1, so I'm going to remove 1 heat from him. Griffin has a heat of 1, so we'll remove 1 from him. Wait a second. He should have had more than that, because he fired that, so you've got 2 more. Okay, there we go. Quick Draw is going to do the same thing. These Inner Sphere mechs, stock mechs, have terrible heat ratings. But that's okay. Now the dragon is going to go ahead, and the dragon is going to clear some additional heat by tagging the cool water aspect that he's hanging out in. So that will...
Gonna be killing some fish.
Yeah, exactly. That will clear an additional 2 heat for him, so that's good news. So, Tovar, are you going to be using the water aspect that you are currently hanging out in?
I will totally use that to get rid of 2 more heat.
Okay, perfect. So then, has everybody else cleared off their heat? Anybody have questions about that?
I got it.
Perfect. So then the next thing we have to worry about is anybody who is still at, has a full heat stress, if whether you're in excess heat or not, if all of your heat is maxed out, if you're in excess heat, that's a problem. If you're not in excess heat, you're okay for now. You're just going to be kind of stuck doing anything else for the round.
You're redlining it.
Exactly. You're on the red line. So I don't think none of these guys are in excess heat. Nope. And none of you guys are in excess heat, I don't think either. So we are done with the heat section, and we're going to move into movement. You guys won initiative, so they're going to move first. I think we're going to do...
We won their moving first?
So yeah, movement always goes to the loser. The first movement always goes to the losing side on the initiative, but shooting first always goes to the winning side.
Copy.
It basically just symbolizes the tactical advantage we have because we know where they're going to be at before we move.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We're reacting to what they've already
I
done.
like it.
Yeah.
Griffin has accelerate 3 maneuver.
That's one of the
3,
fun Battletech moves of, when you get initiative, you get that little heads up of exactly where they're going.
1.
Okay. Makes sense.
That Griffin's hiding in the tree line. Turning his back to you.
3.
Hiding and fooling.
Not quite turning his back to you. He's still shooting from this side. But yeah, he's going for that water because PPCs run hot. So that's him. So now it's going to transfer over to you guys, and you guys can decide who's going to move first.
And don't forget to tag my cool water is no longer cool
Oh, thank
water.
you. I appreciate that. I forgot to do that. Boom. There we go.
It's now hot water everywhere.
Irradiated water.
Massive fish kills.
You don't get to count those towards your kill tally.
XP.
You
1
do get to
XP
add
for
it
every dead
towards your-
fish.
Yeah, this
you
is
do
not
get to add
old
it
school
towards your
D&D.
soup count, though.
Yes, that is true. Fish chowder.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, makes me want to go back to Norway. I was when I was there. There was this one place that made this just absolutely phenomenally good fish stew. All right, I'll be back. Bye, guys. So who's moving?
Jumping on a jet plane. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I could go first, but I'm just gonna do something stupid and keep running at the enemy.
All right.
That's not stupid. It's bold.
Yeah,
I got one armor pip left and a dream.
CQB, man. CQB. Get in there.
Get into that tree cover. That way you can tap into it.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I'll go first if no one else wants to.
Go for it.
How does sprinting work again? I'm stupid.
So, no, not at all. You're going to move your accelerate rating, and if your piloting is higher than your accelerate, you get +1. If it's lower, you get -1 to that number. And then if you want to sprint, you would roll your accelerate, and then whatever that number is, that's how many additional hexes you get to move.
Ooh, risky. I could either, but it doesn't build heat, right?
No, but it
Or
does.
stability.
It does. So you do take a stability stress if you sprint, and it means that you can't
Oh.
clear your stability at the end of the round. If you just walk, then you can do a stability roll, or a piloting roll in order to reduce your stability damage. So if you're worried about falling over, walk, or if you stand still, you just don't take. You clear all of your stability stress, but you take a temporary aspect of sitting duck, basically.
What does the tree cover give me in like game terms?
So you can
If I tap its aspect.
So if someone's shooting at you, you can tag that aspect in order to get a +2 to your defense roll, or you can re-roll your defense roll. Same as if it was a character aspect.
All right. Well, we ball. So I'm gonna walk 3 because my acceleration is 3. Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to roll acceleration and see if I can't get enough to get in that tree cover.
Okay.
Or accelerate, sorry, not acceleration. 2? Ooh, not enough.
Now you can get into this tree cover.
I'd have to. How does turning work again? I might have misunderstood.
That's okay. So basically, you can change facing a number of times equal to your maneuver as part of your movement. So
Okay, sorry. I was thinking classic Battletech where I have to spend my movement points to change facing.
no. This is not quite so restrictive.
Okay. Then I'm gonna change facing towards the trees. Go 1, 2, and then change facing again back towards the griffin.
Perfect. That works.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. I think the quick draw is going to go next. The quick draw has, what's his stability at? Ooh, 3. He's still okay.
He's hurt. We're gonna make him trip for that trip he rolled earlier.
He is going to go 1. 2, 3. 4, and he did 1, 2. So he did 2 movement facing changes. He's going to tag the smooth terrain for the extra 2 movements that's going to give him. He's going to go 1, change facing, 2, change facing. And then he is going to sprint
Wow.
for 4. Okay, so 1,
Beady little guy.
2,
He's apparently wanting to be king.
3.
Oh man, you poor bastard.
And that, I think...
I'm assuming does the stone block line of sight?
Not between him and Finn, no. If you were firing through this part, yes, because this is extra elevated. This is just level 1 elevated terrain, and he's a heavy mech, so he can shoot over that. But Finn does have the tree cover, so he'll be okay.
I'm gonna get absolutely curb stomped.
He takes a stability for the sprint. That's one of the things one of the few things quick draws are good for, which is outmaneuvering the enemy. And it's going to volley back to you guys to decide who's going to go next.
Doc will go ahead and go.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and just take my standard acceleration for 1, 2, and turning one face.
So, sorry to be...
No, by all means.
I'm just going to move you
New
back
to it.
real quick. So, because you're facing that direction, you can change facing once before moving, and then you can change and then you can move 1, and then you can change facing again to get there. But your maneuver is only a 2, so you can only do 2 facing changes during your movement. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So you can't.
So I can do.
If you're facing north, you can't necessarily turn 2 to face. So if you're facing this way, you can't
so it is
necessarily
technically
turn to your
a move,
to.
face, move, face.
Correct. Or face move. Yes. So you can do the facing either before or after you move the hex.
Copy. But the total is still the same.
Correct.
Your move was legal, but the way you did it was illegal. So he just wanted, since it's training, might as well get us all on the same page.
Absolutely, please. Like I said, I'm brand new to this, so
Yeah.
it is no skin off my
exercise.
ass. So either way, that is my move, and I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. So then, because you didn't sprint or jump as part of the move, you can immediately make a piloting roll to clear stability. So basically what you want to do is you just want to, on your character sheet, hit piloting, and then whatever you get is going to be how much stability stress you clear.
Okay. So 1, and that is all I have anyway. So
Perfect.
I like it.
That's all you needed. All right, so then we're going to go to... You're done. We're going to go over to my side. The dragon. And the centurion. Well, I think they're changing targets a little bit, because now he's... Well, actually, I don't know who's... The dragon is going to go first. Accelerate 3, maneuver 3. So the dragon's going to go... So 1 facing, 1, 2, 3. The dragon has... Actually, the dragon's got plenty of stability. He's going to accelerate. He's going to go 1, 2, and then 3. Yeah, he's going to do that. Take advantage of that tree cover. All right, you guys get to go next.
I'll go this time.
Okay.
Backing up is always just 1, right?
Correct.
Okay. going to do that.
Okay.
That's it.
Good call. So in that case, you are going to get to... you can also roll piloting to clear stability if you would like.
Yes. I might as well.
There should be some background music coming through. I thought it was playing when we started, but I apparently forgot to hit play.
Cool.
You're good. It just freaked me out because I was like, oh shit, what's happening?
Yeah, I heard like laser blast. I was like, whoa, sound effects.
Yeah, exactly. That's supposed to be going from the beginning, but...
I clear my 1 stability.
All right. I need to increase the... Oh, that is the master volume. Is
So just for my edification, stability is cleared at the end of a move, not necessarily at the end of a round.
So it could be both.
Okay.
So basically, when you at the end of the round, if you haven't done anything to generate stress, you get to clear 1 automatically. And then during the movement, if you choose not to take the extra movement from jumping or sprinting, you can roll to see if you clear it as well.
Copy.
So the better the pilot, the better you are able to kind of keep the stability under control as you move and fight, basically.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right, so it's my turn for the Centurion. The Centurion is just going to... That got way louder than I expected it to. Viewers, chat, please let me know if that is too loud. I don't think it'd be too bad, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Accelerate 2. He is gonna... You know what? He's just gonna go 1, 2. What should you be hearing? There should be, like, music and, like, laser blasts and explosions and things like that. You can't hear anything else. Interesting. Let me try adjusting that volume and see if that fixes it, but who knows. Either way, the Centurion is just going to do that, and then the Centurion is going to roll...
Ouch.
Does he fall down?
I wish.
I mean... Actually, if you're rolling to clear stability and you get a really bad roll, you suffer more stability.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and offer a fate point. There's a little music now. Okay, I don't want to go too loud with it, so I think I'll probably leave it where it is, because I don't want to blow out the players' eardrums here.
We appreciate that.
Increase the volume.
We've got
If
a
all the
master
explosions
music
destroy our
control.
ears, it's immersion.
When that dragon
All right.
boiled that water, turned all that earth around the lake there to mud.
If that ends up being too loud for any of the players, you guys do have a master volume control in Roll20. And if, as a result of me increasing that volume, if any of the player volumes are too high when they're talking, chat, let me know, and I can adjust their volume individually. It's one of those wonderful things about doing all this, is just finding that perfect balance. Anywho, so the Centurion's going to do that. Centurion is going to offer a fate point up for anybody who would like to take it in order to re-roll that absolutely atrocious roll. He's just basically going to tag the fact that he is a mech warrior to re-roll that. Okay.
Anybody at 0 fate points?
I mean, I might die. I mean, I would
You
take
could
it.
totally use
No.
those fate points right now.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Go
I
ahead.
could, I could use a fate point or two. Like, I'm looking a little broke.
Yeah, go ahead. Sounds good to me.
We cool with it?
That's what you get for draining your bank account so early in the pay cycle, man. I mean...
Dude, that happened in real life, too. I'm broke, and I just got paid today.
Nice.
Oh, that's the worst.
That is. It's all too common, in my opinion. All right, so yeah, go ahead and take the fate points. Tovar, it is your turn to move. You're the last person to move.
Okay, you guys got that quick draw, right?
Trying.
You guys feel safe, or you want me to join in on the everybody pile on the quick draw?
I feel comfortable. Nicholas?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, in that case, I will do just my standard 3. And +1 for piloting being better than ability.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. I'm not sure how the Centurion feels about this.
I don't think we really care.
On his line of fire.
I don't think you care either. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear off all the movement dots.
And would I roll stability to clear my stability?
Yes. And then, oof, wow, yeah, that is a really good roll. Okay, so you get to clear 6 stability. Actually, don't forget, so when you're rolling to clear stability, you actually roll piloting on your character sheet rather than stability on the mech's character sheet.
Did you want me to roll that?
No, because you still would have gotten at least 3, and I don't think you had more than 3 stability damage.
Yeah, I only had 2.
Yeah, so then you would have been fine.
And my piloting is actually +1 compared to the other ones.
Okay, perfect. The only reason the enemy mechs are rolling stability is because they don't have separate character sheets with a pilot rating, so stability just stands in for that.
Only makes life easier for the GM.
Exactly.
Which is a good thing.
It is. Okay, so in that case, you guys won the initiative, so you get to decide who's going to shoot first on your side.
Y'all should jack up that quick draw.
Yeah. I'm down for...
Take it, Nicholas.
Yeah, I'll go first, so...
Pew pew!
Yeah. We'll just do the same thing I did last time.
So if I was Ben, I'd have that quick draw go first on their side.
Nicholas, did you clear heat last turn?
I did.
At the beginning of the turn? Oh. So in that case...
I just added 4.
Oh, you did. Okay. I thought that was from before. I was like, holy cow.
No. I spent 4, went down to spent 4.
Got it. Whew. Okay, so then you are shooting your missiles at 3, energy at 1. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So then,
right now I've got a +2.
+2. So that's going to 2 total.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to spend a fate point to add anything to that, or
I want to wait and see what the maneuver roll is.
You cheater. All right. Let's see.
Is that not how it works?
No, that's fine. So he got 3.
All right. I don't.
You got.
If I spend a fate point, he just free tags the cover, but that would help Doc. So sure, I'm gonna spend a fate point. Violence is always the answer.
Are you gonna re-roll, or are you gonna add 2? Because you got a neutral, negative, neutral on those dice. So
yeah, that's a neat. I'm just gonna go with the safe +2 option.
Okay, so that's gonna bump you up from 2 to 4, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, and he got a 3, so he's gonna take 1. You know what? I'm gonna mark off his 1 armor stress box, and we'll call it.
All right.
Oh, he does take 1 stability. And, ooh, no, that's not great.
He's already running pretty hot, pretty fast in that stability.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it works for him. I'm sure he'll be fine. All right, Nicholas, if you want to mark yourself off as having attacked, it's going to jump over to them.
Yeah.
I think the Griffin is going to shoot at Finn.
Oh, Griffin on Griffin violence.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. Oof, his heat is high enough. He probably doesn't want to mess around too much with, like, throwing out crazy stuff.
Nah, fire that PPC.
Wait, hold on. Oh, he's in the water. Yeah, he's got this. Okay. So that's going to be 2 heat, 3, 4 heat. Yeah, he'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is going to Alpha Strike this, so this is going to be with a +2.
Oof. Yes.
And then I just need to roll maneuver and not get a negative, right?
Yep. Actually,
maneuver, right?
Yeah, maneuver. And you want to get higher than 2 or higher on the end result. All right.
Ooh, and that's -1 because my piloting is 1 less.
Yeah. Oh, that is
You have the tree cover.
You do have the tree cover. You can tag for free if you want to re-roll that, because you got negative, negative, neutral, negative on those 4 dice.
I can't even see the dice on mobile.
So that's right. That's right.
If you wave your mouse over the number where it says average +1, it'll show you the breakdown.
But he's on his phone, so
I don't have a mouse.
Do that. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You know what? I might as well tag it and try and get the reroll.
I would, because you got basically it's almost the worst roll you could have gotten.
That's a little bit better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a lot better.
That's a lot better. Okay. So, yeah, the PPC crackles and lances out, and you, like, dart behind a tree. The trunk explodes. As the trunk explodes, the rain of missiles, like, it's sort of like works as like a makeshift, like, flak defense, as, like, all the little shards of like tree kind of, you know, explode out from the trunk. It causes a lot of the missiles to detonate before they get to you. And you manage to emerge unscathed from that assault.
Nice. I live.
Yeah, exactly. All right, it's gonna jump back to you guys, and you guys get to make an attack. Whoever.
Before I die, can I shoot?
I suggest it.
All right, cool. Well, I have to stick to my honor, so I can only use my missiles. So I'll fire those at the Griffin.
Okay. Are you going to use your stunt?
Did we ever decide on a stunt?
So
because
yeah,
I don't know if you ever messaged me the rules for it.
I did put in on your character sheet the what is it?
Oh, I see it. I don't know what it does though.
So
you just totally have a stunt the keen eye for the clan guy.
Nice. Click the little eyeball.
You know what? Sure,
I'm gonna expand that.
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna use all the risk, all the fun, and only fire 2 of my missiles.
Okay.
2 of my LRM 5 packs.
All right.
Even more ballsy than normal. And my gunnery is 1 higher, so that gives me a +1, and the stunt gives me a -1.
So
I have 1.
Correct. Yeah. Now, if you have a fate point, you can spend that to add 2 to that, or to re-roll.
Can I spend the fate point after I see what his maneuver roll is, or do I have to spend it now?
Yeah. No, you can do that. That's fine.
That's the nice thing about fate, is you get to know the difficulty before you choose.
Got it. Do it.
And he hasn't been fired at this turn, so yeah, so 3. So
yeah, if I
+2, that would match it. But on your roll, you got neutral, 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 negative.
Okay, so most likely a reroll would be good for me then.
Probably, yeah. You're slightly below average.
You know what?
Right now.
Sure, we'll do it. I'll spend my fate point I just got, and I will. I'll spend a gambler's heart for it. My aspect.
Yeah, that's.
I gotta keep gambling.
I think that's the most applicable. I like that. Oh, it's the same.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna die here.
So the Griffin also manages to, there's some trees in the way, and the Griffin pilot is just skilled enough that he's able to kind of stay just ahead of the missiles as they kind of like arc up and then down and kind of like splash into the river behind him. Little explosions of water kind of trailing him as he runs through it.
How much heat do my missiles generate again? Is it 1 or 2?
It is going to be, I think. Hold on a sec. Missiles of 2, so it's 2.
Okay. Ooh, I'm at excess heat 1.
Yes, you are. But you'll bleed off 1 heat at the beginning of the next turn, so that you'll be on the red line, but you won't be overheating.
Got it.
Yep.
Sick.
All right. So I think the Centurion's going to go next, and the Centurion's going to attack Finn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's at long range, so he can't fire his energy weapons, but he can fire his ballistic. So for 2 heat, and then he'll do his missiles at +1 for... Actually, no, he won't. He's just going to do his ballistic. It's not worth the risk. He's going to shoot. He's going to take 1 stability, and he gets a 4. So I'm going to need a maneuver roll from you, Finn, but at a -1 because you've already been attacked once.
And another -1 because of my piloting being 1 less.
Yes, that is true.
So 2. If I hadn't spent my fate point.
Yeah, so that's... So you got a 2, he got a 4, so that's 2 armor stress.
All right. So my 2 armor stress is already marked off, so I would knock off my 3 then.
You roll up to your 3, or alternatively, you can use your minor consequence to basically absorb that 2 damage to keep your 3 armor stress full clear. That mild consequence basically becomes a negative aspect that your enemies can tag against you once for free. But
okay.
It could also generate fate points for you down the road. Basically, if you use your 3 armor stress box, you're basically taking a hit of 1 stress doing that. Taking the consequence, you're not throwing away that extra stress, but you are giving them a consequence they can use against you. So it's...
I only have 1 point of armor left, so I will choose a consequence.
Okay. So in that case, I forgot. That's right. Because of your expertly engineered extra for the Griffin 2C, you have an extra mild consequence slot. So that works out well for you. Okay. So we'll say that consequence is... you know what? We're going to say it's a gyro crit. And so we're actually... you won't check the box to say that it's used just yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, the way it works is it's a free tag until someone tags it, and then it gets checked off to indicate that they have to spend fate points to tag it again down the road.
Got it. And then I was hit by a ballistic weapon, so I would take 1 stability. I'm already at max stability.
Okay, so then you would have rolled at the end of the round. So yeah, you're gonna have to roll. You're gonna have to roll now, actually. So give me a pilot roll against a difficulty of 3.
And that's piloting on my character sheet.
Hold on. Let me be 100% sure here. Yes, correct.
All right. I got a 4.
Nice. That is enough to stay. That's enough to stay on your feet. Now you may have to make. You don't clear this. You don't clear this at this point because they still have. You might get attacked again, which might cause you to make that roll again. And then at the end of the round, you have to do another roll if you succeed, do you clear your stress? I forget how that works. Oh no, you don't clear it. You just don't fall. So, so yeah, you are okay for the moment. That may not continue to be the case here shortly. All right, so let's see here. That was the Centurion. The Centurion did the thing, and then that was the stability for firing the weapon. It's going to jump back to you guys to decide who's going to go next between Doc and Tovar.
Doc, you think you can take that quick draw?
I'll certainly give it a go. Doc will go ahead and fire the large laser again.
Okay. That is going to be at...
That is a 2+1 for my gunnery.
All right.
So that is a 3 total.
If you would like, you can always try a reroll, because again, that was a slightly worse than average, not negative. So
3 zeros and a negative.
But we'll see how this goes.
Well,
So,
yeah, but we'll see how.
He's already been shot at once.
So doing.
This is going to be at -1, so that's a 2. So basically, you would hit him for 1, as it stands. Oh wait, sorry. No, he got a 3 -1 because he's been shot at once is 2. You got a 2 +1 for 3. Yeah, so basically you're hitting him for 1 at this point. The only armor stress box he has left is a 4. So he'd either have to mark that off or take a mild consequence to deal with this 1 point of damage that he's taken. Although he does have the tree cover that he can tag for free. So he's definitely going to do that, actually. So
then I'll spend the point to bump up +2.
You don't want to try re-rolling? You might get a really good roll.
You know what? I like to play the game. Let's play the game.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll re-roll it.
Okay.
That is a
Got this.
rolling energy again, yeah?
Yep, at good. So.
For Finn!
Ooh. The dice. The dice, they do not love me tonight. But that's the game. Yeah, so...
I apologize for leading you astray.
No, there was no leading. I'm aware how dice work.
Bastards. You little probability determining pieces of shit. All right.
So I just have a quick question.
Yes.
This quick draw, am I within threatening range of him?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If you have anything that fires at extreme range, yes.
Oh no, I mean, can he shoot me?
Oh not even close. His
okay.
He's got just medium range missiles and lasers. He's got medium lasers and SRMs basically.
So there's no way I can taunt him off then.
No.
Damn it.
Sorry.
No. I was hoping.
All right, so we'll mark you as having fired.
Thank you. Forgot that.
No problem. I was gonna say if Finn had been knocked down, they would have fired at him, but he wasn't. He stayed on his feet, so I don't. But then again, he's got a negative consequence.
But he's also got 2 people attacking him actively.
Yeah,
Maybe 3, I think.
I think they're gonna stick with the. Well, hold on.
And I'm gonna argue a partial cover.
Quick draw is at 2 heat, so he can really only fire. he doesn't really want to do much in the way of being crazy, so...
And he's been shot up a lot.
That's true. He has been shot up a lot, so he probably just wants to, Alpha Strike and not waste his opportunity to attack. So that's what he's going to do. That's a good point, Tovar. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and he's going to unload everything.
Good turnaround.
However, I think he is going to shoot at Nicholas, because Nicholas is the one that's been hounding him. So he's going to do this at, so it's going to be 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably not going to end well for him, but he's going to do it anyways, and that's going to be at +2, so that's a 3 against Tovar.
And that's a 3.
Nicholas. Okay.
And hasn't he been attacked twice already?
This turn, no.
No, Nicholas hasn't been attacked yet.
Oh. Oh no, I meant a quick draw.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't affect his ability to shoot. It just affects his ability to dodge.
Yeah.
You know what? He already tagged his mech warrior aspect earlier, and it's just a simulation. So yeah, no, I think he's just going to leave it at that. If he was an actual real-life pilot, I would probably offer you a fate point for him to re-roll. I'm not going to do that. All right, so that was the quick draw shooting. I believe it is down to just Tovar shooting.
So can I use my sensors to spoof that dragon?
You can do that at long range unless you have improved sensors that would do it at extreme. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He is just outside of long range for you to allow you to do that.
I
Sorry,
just like
Finn.
the phrase, can I spoof that
I can
dragon?
handle it. Don't worry. A clan warrior can never be filled by inner sphere pilots.
But you're not a clan pilot. You're not a clan warrior. You're an
Shit, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Are you
Planners
sure
don't care
about
about
that,
facts.
You can fire some missiles at the dragon if you want to try and unnerve him. But there's no guarantee that would work.
Yeah, I don't think that'll do anything at this point, because it's not like he can turn around to hit me.
No, but you would be shooting him in his rear arc, so you would get a free tag against him for that.
Okay,
but you'd only be using your. Oh, he hasn't taken any damage, so.
Yeah, the missiles would probably just scratch him unless
Yeah.
I rolled. Oh my god, amazing.
Exactly.
In that case, I'll go ahead and shoot my ballistic at the Centurion.
Okay. Ballistic only?
Ballistic only, yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be +1.
So a total of 4. Centurion hasn't been fired at yet, but his maneuver is atrocious. Yeah, so that's... okay, so that's going to be 3. He will mark off his level 3 armor stress box and take a stability. Tovar, that's 1 stability, and you got your heat as well. Okay, perfect.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I was hoping I could spoof that either the dragon or the quick draw.
Yeah, sadly not. Okay, I think at this point the dragon is going to shoot at Finn. It makes the most sense. So,
Let's do it.
the dragon is going to, what's the dragon at heat-wise? He can't actually fire too much without going over heat, and he doesn't want to do that.
Too much. I like that term. Too much.
What's he at? It's, 1, 2, 3, 4. At 4, which is medium range, I want to say. Yes, correct. Okay. You know what? He is just going to fire his missiles at +1. He's going to be smart about his heat right now. He's going to be conservative. Oh, ouch.
Sending the good faith to you there. Come on, Finn, you got this.
What was that, -1?
Oh, actually, it's at -3 because you've been shot at twice, and your piloting is lower than your maneuver. So that's a 1.
But
I still got 1.
It's still above your attack.
Hey, Finn, I would like to offer you a fate point.
Oh?
So that I can re-roll that roll. Let's see. What are your aspects? Actually, you know what? He has not tagged his mech warrior fate point, his mech warrior aspect yet. So I'm going to tag that, which means you get the fate point, but you don't get to deny it to prevent him from re-rolling, because he's tagging one of his aspects and not one of yours. All right. So let's see.
Hope it gets worse.
Dragon.
Oh.
All right, that's 2. And you had a 3. You had -3, so that's a 1.
Can I spend the fate point I just got?
No, I'm afraid not.
To pop.
You have to spend it on future stuff.
Damn.
So that is one.
Right.
That is 1 point of stress.
I'm not gonna take my armor. Oh, that's armor.
You know
So
what?
I'm gonna,
I forgot about your gyro crit consequence. I'm gonna tag that for free. So we'll check that off as having been used, and that's gonna actually bump it up to 3 stress.
Ooh.
All right. So I'm gonna use my other mild. My other mild consequence.
The other mild consequence will only drop that down by 2 stress, so you'll still have 1 left over, which would mark off your level 3 armor stress box. You might as well just mark off the level 3 and take all 3 of the stress with it. It saves you from taking.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
And now with no armor, what happens to me?
You're still moving around and everything like that. It's just basically every stress you take from now is going to affect consequences until you're out of consequences and you explode. Basically, it's the same as in Mech Warrior, where your armor is stripped off and you're taking internal damage at that point.
Got it. And I may need to make another piloting roll, right?
I do need you to make me another piloting roll, yes. Oh, nice. That'll do it. You're still up. You're still on your feet. And that was the final attack there. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish off the round doing some stability, clearing stability if we need to, and then we are going to go into a short break, and then we'll come back and continue. So we'll knock off the little red dots, and all right. So the Centurion took damage from a ballistic, so he doesn't clear stress. Tovar, you shot with a ballistic, so you don't clear stress. The Dragon did not shoot with... The Dragon shot missiles, but not ballistic, so he does clear a stress. Oh wait, no, he sprinted, didn't he? Never mind. Never mind. The Griffin... Did the Griffin sprint? Yes, the Griffin sprinted. I'm gonna have to start leaving those up on these guys so I remember like who moved how.
Yeah.
The quick draw was hit with. Oh, actually, the quick draw is in bad shape. He's got to roll. He's got to roll to not fall over.
He's been building up a lot of stability.
Ooh, that is a 4.
But I also, since I maxed out, roll as well.
Yeah, I was actually going to get to that. Well, he doesn't have anything else he can tag, so, the quick draw is going to fall prone. And then, Finn, yes, I will need you to roll one last piloting roll to stay on your feet.
Ooh.
Now,
that's 0.
Do you have a fate point you would like to tag to roll that again? Because you've got negative, negative, neutral, negative on those 4 dice.
Oh yeah, sure. You know, I'll tag my fate point.
Okay.
To the last dying breath.
You worked hard to get that last one.
That's true.
You've been continuously working hard for that last one.
2. Unfortunately, the difficulty is your current stability, which is 3. So
I fall down.
Sadly, yes. So you are prone. It means on your next turn you can choose to stand up for your movement, and that'll be kind of the extent of it. Let's see. Doc in the crab, you don't have to worry about stability. Nicholas in the dervish, you're good for stability. I think that covers it. So yeah, we're gonna go take a little bit of a break. Let everybody, grab some more water, grab snacks, whatever the case may be. And yeah, we'll come back here in, what time is it? Let's come back in 15 minutes. So we'll come back on the hour in order to see how things progress from here. We'll see if Finn can claw this back from the brink of disaster. But yeah, thanks for joining us so far, everybody. We'll be back in 15. Enjoy the break. Hello, everybody. We are back from break. Hopefully, everybody had a good opportunity to stretch their legs, grab some water, grab some snacks. I had a caramel bar, which is delicious. I don't know if my wife is Canadian. We recently went on a little road trip up to Canada, and we came back with enough Canadian snacks that if they had searched our trunk at the border, they probably would have been concerned about what our intentions were with that food. But I have to say, Canadian snacks are generally just better than U.S. snacks. So, yeah.
They are quite delicious.
They're so good. My wife introduced me to Mr. Big Bars, which are... There isn't really an equivalent in the U.S. It's sort of like...
There really isn't.
There isn't. It's crazy. Like, they've got, like, the crisp rice thing that, like, you find in, like, a Crunch Bar, but they've kind of got, like, some caramel and some nougat like you'd find in, like, a Snickers. And the chocolate's better. I don't know. Yeah.
I'd say it's like a weird crossbreed of a Milky Way and a crisp bar.
Yeah, I think that's probably the closest thing I would come to comparing him to as well. Speaking of Milky Ways, they also sell Mars bars up there, which they don't sell down here. And Mars bars are better than Milky Ways by a league. I don't know why we don't sell them here in the States. Sorry.
Because shut up, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. Clearly I am hungry because I can only think about snacks and Canadian snacks and Norwegian fish stew. But that's beside the point. We're back from break. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We had just finished up the second round of the combat, and we're going to jump into the third round. So in order to start the third round off, we're going to go ahead and do heat stuff. So I'm just going to go through my mechs and clear off a bit of heat. So the dragon clears off 1. That's nice and easy. The Centurion clears off 1. That could be better. The Griffin is going to clear off 1, but then is going to tag the cool water that they're standing in order to... What just happened? Where's my dragon? Dragon, hello. There we go. And the quick draw is in much worse shape. And clear off 1 heat. Is still in excess heat, so he has to make a little bit of a roll. Okay, music. Let's just tone it down a little bit there. That is... It's the same track. I don't know why it suddenly got, like, just overly extra.
That choral intensity.
Yeah, right? It was a little bit much. Let's see.
I mean, ironically, that was the name of my high school band.
So, the quick draw can either do an emergency shutdown, basically foregoing his turn, clearing his heat immediately, but suffering the temporary consequence emergency shutdown, which means he also can't stand up. So that's a bit of a problem.
Does that also engage sitting duck?
Well, no, it kind of takes the place of. It's essentially the same thing. So, or he can.
I'm just repeating words I heard before.
No, that's good. I like that. He can do an emergency vent, so he can make a heat roll to vent excess heat in order to try and clear that off. Oh, wait, that's worded not quite right. That's supposed to be a difficulty equal to...
So again, for my edification as a new player, we have been referring to it as a move round followed by an attack round. Is the attack round more of an action round?
Yes, it's technically more of an actions because you can do your sensors during the action.
So we could be doing other things opposed to just the attack.
Correct. Yes.
Gotcha. So that is my time for shenanigans if I want to barter with the game master.
Yes. Yeah. So if you if you want to kind of help manage your heat a little better, you can forego firing weapons and instead use your sensors to impose negative aspects and things like that on your enemies. So you can still contribute without necessarily having to go pew pew.
Copy. Thank you.
No problem. So yeah, he can do an emergency vent, or he can do a pilot overheat, so he can transfer a consequence to himself. Does he really want to do that, though? I don't think he does. You know what? He's going to try an emergency vent. No guts, no glory. Ah!
Yeah!
Oh, God, no!
No, he has neither guts or glory.
As you watch a nuclear meltdown happen.
Pilot just burned alive into
Oh,
the
my
cockpit.
God. He got
So
all
how
negatives.
big was this mushroom cloud?
Talk about stew.
Whew. That
Okay.
mountain is now glass.
So, because he failed... let's
Epically
see.
failed.
Epically failed. Let's see. Each shift scored... okay, no. If you take a consequence, the severity of which equals the amount of excess heat still recorded. So he's only at 2 excess heat, which means he only takes a mild consequence, but it still ain't great. Well, let's see. We're going to call it Melted Myanmar. So that'll affect his movement and his maneuver. My poor, beautiful quick draw. All right. So who else is still in excess heat? Doc, how are you doing heat-wise?
I'm doing okay. So just working it down as the way that I understand the rules, I am just sitting at 2 normal heat.
Okay. So you've got it marked on your excess heat, so I'm just going to switch it over to that. But otherwise, that is good. Finn, how are you looking heat-wise?
I am at max heat. I cleared one of my excess.
Riding the line. All right. Nicholas, looks like you're doing the same.
Yep.
Tovar, looks like you're still in excess heat.
I am still in excess heat.
So, what are you going to do about that? Do you want to do an emergency shutdown? Do you want to do an emergency vent? Or do you want to...
I'm going to go for the emergency vent.
Okay. So in that case, you're going to go ahead and roll your... let's see.
A heat?
Yep, so it's going to be a heat roll modified by your operations skill.
Which is +1.
Okay.
So 3, that's a good number.
3. Yeah, so the difficulty was 1 because that's what your excess heat rating was. So you're going to clear two boxes of heat. Now, keep in mind, you can still move on this turn, but if you make any attacks, you immediately take a consequence.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's totally why I was trying to do the provoke earlier instead of attack, but...
Gotcha, that makes sense.
But the Centurion, it wasn't worth spoofing his sensors because he'd already attacked.
Yeah, that's true. Although that would technically have lasted into this round, so...
I'm still in shock. Finn's still with us.
Right? All right, so...
The sound of explosions from the forest.
Oh, I missed Stolen Fires saying they stepped away for pizza, but they're back. Hopefully it's good pizza. Welcome back.
We can live vicariously through his za.
Pizza. All right, so you guys have a 4 and a 3 left to bid for initiative. Which one do you want to bid?
Crazy idea, guys, but I think we should use the 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's work our way down.
Stay on top.
All right, well, you win again because these guys rolled horribly. It was
Let's go!
What?
It was reasonably decent
Ben
for
rolling horribly? That doesn't track.
You know what? I think that quick draw is going to suddenly spontaneously like repair or something.
A drop ship comes and drops off another lance.
Yeah. The old flyby. Reasonably decent for frozen pizza. Well, that's good. Some frozen pizzas are actually pretty tasty. Sorry to go off on another tangent. When we were on our road trip up in Canada, my wife she's been telling me like, oh, Boston Pizza, man, they're amazing for years. And we just happened to pass one while we were on our road trip, and she immediately like pulled a handbrake turn and like, veered over to the Boston Pizza, and they have surprisingly really good pizza. It's like I remember like really good Domino's being back in like the 90s.
Were you both drunk?
No, surprisingly, we were both totally sober. But no, their pizza's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna say it's like it's not on par with like good New York pizza, but it's definitely better than any fast food place or like chain place that I've been to.
As a pizza connoisseur, I am wary of your judgment.
So look, I would rate Pizza Hut and Domino's as being very low on this scale. Papa John's is
absolutely
even lower. Like those are, we technically need something to eat, and technically this is pizza. We'll go ahead and go for it. Like, New York City, like, corner pizzerias are where it's at. Some Chicago-style pizza places are really good, too. But generally, I like New York-style
absolutely.
pizza. But, like I said, for a chain restaurant, Boston Pizza is actually pretty damn good. Like, the crust is crispy, the toppings are fresh, it tastes good. So,
here's the thing: you can hand me a piece of cardboard with ketchup and sawdust. As long as you call it pizza, I'll eat it.
Wait, so you're talking school cafeteria pizza is what you're talking about?
I'm just saying, I will eat from the dregs all the way up to the high class pizza.
Same.
Really, Boston
Pizza. Maybe it's just in Canada. I've never seen a Boston Pizza here in the States. Let me just make that clear. But yeah,
same.
Yeah. Apparently, Boston Pizza up in Canada is they're actually pretty good.
I'll have to give it another go.
Well, I mean,
say that
you're in this area now, so you'll have to come with us on a Canadian road trip one of these days.
Here's my arm, twist it.
Yeah, perfect. All right.
Fine, I'll go with you.
Man, I am hungry tonight. Sorry, let's get back to the game. So, they're gonna move first. So I think the quick draw is gonna get up. So because the quick draw is only just standing, we're going to give him the little yellow dot to indicate that he is standing still. So you don't get the prone temporary aspect, but you do get the sitting duck temporary aspect. And that's going to be his move. That's it. He's done. You guys get to choose who of you is going to go next. There's a really good pizza place in Irvine called Double Time. I don't know if they're even still around, but they nailed it. Ooh, yeah, good pizza sauce is a critical detail. Like, a lot of places, their sauce just doesn't taste like anything, and it's terrible.
I'll go next, guys, unless anybody objects.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
I think I can anticipate what Nicholas is going to do.
1, 2, 3. He is within my firing arc, yes?
Yes.
If I do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stolen Fires, your tomatoes are giving you a hard time, huh? Sorry to hear that.
I should mark.
Yes, please. So because you walked, do just a green dot. If you stand still, it'll be yellow. Sprint will be something different, and green, and jump will be something different. But do you want to roll to clear stability, Nicholas?
If I had any, sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at me. I don't have any stability damage. Aren't I so cool?
I am.
Okay, so I think the Griffin... the Griffin was going to tag the cool water to get rid of some extra heat. Griffin has an accelerate of 3, maneuver of 3, so you go 1, and 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. How's his stability? stability. His stability is good. Okay, so the Griffin is going to go 1, 2, 3, and the Griffin is going to roll accelerate to sprint and go 1, 2, 3. To benefit from the cool water once again. So stability. And
Sneaky, sneaky.
say again.
I said sneaky, sneaky. He pees in the pool and goes upriver.
Exactly. All right, so he sprinted, so that'll be orange, and you guys get to decide who's going to move next on your side.
So, question from a new player.
Yeah.
As far as cool water goes, is there a cooldown time for once something has been tapped?
No, once it's tagged for the remainder of the scene, basically.
Even on things that appear to be a river / flowing water?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's sort of an abstraction. So.
Sure, and like I said, new player, just don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. For some strange reason, the water continues to be warm despite the fact that it's flowing along its course. So, I don't know.
I mean,
It's all the irradiated rocks that are now there.
Yeah,
exactly. When you put a 35-ton irradiated molten metal object in it,
yeah,
something tells me it's going to be a little hot.
exactly. You can still spend fate points to tag it for the benefit, but yeah, it's just that one free tag that goes away, that is used up. Yeah, so who's going to move next?
Okay, so
sorry,
the point can still be spent.
Correct.
Yep.
Tag.
Yep.
Gotcha.
The green is when it's a free aspect for anybody to use.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. That makes more sense now.
Yeah.
I am also new to Fate, for anyone who is watching. Yeah, these
Yeah.
are all new things to me.
It's a good question.
So if you look at Ben's last dice roll he did, how it gives the info of the overcome, create advantage, attack, or defend, you can always use fate skills to create an aspect if you succeed against whatever the thing is that you're trying to do.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
that's basically
Gotcha.
what sensors do kind of by default in the game is if you make a sensors roll against someone, you can use it to create an aspect on them. Like you can scramble their sensors, or you can target lock them, or whatever the case may be. Certain stunts or certain skills will allow you to basically declare aspects as well. So one of the skills in the game is lore, and you basically use lore to say this thing is true. And you make a roll, and if you roll high enough with your lore roll, you basically have to declare that something is true about the game world. Within reason, of course, but generally speaking, it basically lets you say, this thing is true, here's an aspect to reflect that, and we can use that to our advantage at some point in the future. There are certain things like the PPCs, the weapon that the Griffin is firing. If it hits and it generates enough successes on the attack, it can automatically generate not only deal damage, but can also generate an aspect on whoever it hits to scramble their sensors, because that's what PPCs do in the MechWarrior universe. So,
okay,
different things will allow you to create aspects that are very specific, based on like the special ability that particular piece of equipment has. Other things will allow you to do that just because that's what the skill does, or that's what the stunt does. So,
okay, tracks.
Yeah, and so we haven't really gotten too far into that at this point because we're kind of just like playing through the basic combat mechanics. But one of Archer, his character, he has, I think he has a really high like lore with a specialty in mech tactics or something like that, and he can basically use that on his turn instead of doing an attack. He can use that in order to basically say, I can anticipate their tactics, I'm going to give Tovar this aspect to, like, basically I'm plotting a course for the enemy mech so Tovar knows where to shoot in order to, be more accurate. So that's one of the stunts he has that he can use that skill for. So yeah, it's actually a really cool system from a shared narrative perspective. It's one of the things I like the most about it, is that it's not just the GM saying this is what you see. It's like the player can be like, so wait, you're saying that there's this building over there, which means there are probably windows, right? So if I break this window, can I create an aspect of, like, shattered glass? And then that will make it so anybody trying to move through that is going to have a harder time moving through it. And that's, all that stuff is perfectly, like, supported by the mechanics of the game. So.
Love it.
Let's provoke violence.
Like
when you create an advantage.
If you look in the chat, I just shared one of my stunts.
Yep.
Which I can do provoke and make them shoot at me instead of shoot at you. But unfortunately, the guy that was shooting at you didn't have anything or arc of fire on me to do that.
Yep.
Okay.
It's the thought that counts.
Because I have good mobility and I've got good piloting, so I should hopefully be able to avoid getting shot too many times.
Yeah. That's one of the things about, like, with the MechWarrior universe is there's this concept of armor sharing, which is basically, you're going to go forward first, and you're going to let them shear off some of your armor by shooting you, and then you're going to fall back a little bit, and the next person's going to basically take point, and you take off some of their armor, and then the third person's going to take point, and it prevents any one mech from getting worn down. Like, you can definitely take a stunt. Say again?
Scaling.
Yeah. And basically, you can take stunts that will basically kind of reflect that by saying, like, oh, I want to draw their fire on me, or I want to be able to step in front of my ally in order to take the shot, or something like that. So.
You mean like the stunt that I took?
Yes.
Cover fire.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so that is the Griffin moved, which means one of you guys gets to move next.
I could, like, stand up, since that's all I can do.
That is true.
So we can save the movement.
Okay. You can stand up and you can change facing once.
I will stand up, and I will change my facing to look towards the dragon, so I'm not getting backshotted.
All right. We'll take that off, and we'll do that. Okay. All right. So now it's going to be their turn. I think the Centurion is... How's the Centurion doing? Yeah, he's taking a little bit of a ding. He's going to...
Like, I just barely scratched him.
Yeah, he's just going to do that, which means he's going to roll stability to... you know what? He is going to offer up... He's going to offer up a fate point to someone in order to gain a +2 to that.
Take it, Finn. Take it.
Yeah.
I like gambling.
All right.
What do we think, team? Do we want this guy to have a fate point or no?
So he'd be giving the fate point to you, actually.
Oh.
I don't think we can stop it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and tag that. So he moved, he did that, so he gets rid of the stability. So he's good there. Yes, fate point, fate point, fate point. So he's done, which means it is back to either Tovar or Doc to move next.
Let me go.
So I got the fate point?
Yeah, go ahead and take it.
All right. I'm back to 1.
Tovar, that's all you.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and move my 3 + 1. And I'm gonna go ahead and accelerate. See what we got happening here. That wasn't what I wanted. But I'll take it nonetheless. One more step. So all of a sudden, everyone got extremely quiet.
Not quite.
We're waiting to see your next move.
All right. So now it is. Oh wait. So the Griffin went. It's now the Dragon's turn. I think the Dragon is gonna leave the Griffin to. Yeah. The Dragon's gonna stay where he is. He's just gonna rotate. He's got that tree cover. He doesn't need to be messing with anything. He's gonna reduce his stability. And there we go. All right, Doc, you're up next.
All right, Doc is going to go ahead and move forward 2. 1, 2. That is his standard, and then he's going to go ahead and accelerate as well.
Ooh. That little crab scuttling along.
Oh, I got a whole 2 more. All right, so that's 1, 2.
Uh-oh. The crab is bringing those claws closer to the quick draw.
Oh, yeah, that puts that quick draw right in my medium range. All right, that is me.
All right, I think that is the last movement, so you guys get to choose who's going to shoot first.
Somebody want to take out that quick draw? Or does Finn want to take a shot before he goes down?
Before I get knocked prone again? Might be a good idea.
Finn, how about you pop off a shot before something happens?
Oh, Finn,
you got those 8 points. Don't go down with them.
Yeah, exactly. Finn, you get to clear off all your stability stress when you stood up, just so you know.
Oh, sick. Hold on, let me fix that real quick.
Is this Mex now got that bad jinky knee?
All right, well, I like to gamble, so I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to turn my weapons on the dragon, and you would dare to interrupt an honorable duel? Die! I'm going to alpha strike the dragon with my lasers as the primary.
Perfect. Okay. So let's see. That's going to be 2, 3, 4 heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh,
well,
I'm cooking.
Oh man. Okay. That's good stuff. So go ahead and make that roll. It's going to add a +2 because of your missiles. Okay.
And then I have a +1 for my gunnery as well.
Okay, so that's going to be a 6 total. Now, he does have the sitting duck aspect because he stood still. If you would like to tag that to add 2 more onto it.
I'll definitely tag it. Well,
okay.
That means nobody else can use it, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Anybody else think you might shoot at the dragon this turn?
Tag
Dude,
that
I
shit,
would
man.
say tag that sitting duck and then drop a fate point on top of it.
That's true.
I'll dodge that sitting duck. There's no reason. I can only do like 1 damage, right? Essentially, like only one thing gets damaged.
As far as one target, you mean?
Not like 1 target, but it'll only be like 1 point of armor that gets shredded away. Or can I do like multiple points of that 1 target's armor?
So if you do enough that it goes past his armor, he would have to take a consequence to reduce it somewhat. So
I mean, somebody we know just got a fate point last round.
So right now you're sitting at 3 + 3 is 6 +2 for tagging his aspect is 8. If you spend another fate point to add 2 more onto that, you're looking at 10. So depending on how he rolls on his maneuver, you might be able to just knock him into a pretty serious consequence right off the bat.
You would give him consequence and possibly armor damage on top of it.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna pop my fate point for which one of these makes the most sense? A gambler's heart. I'm still gambling because I just skyrocketed my mech's heat.
That is true. Yeah, you are as buried in the red as you can be with your heat scale. Okay, so that's a 10. So he's gonna do a maneuver roll. He's got a free tag on the tree cover. So that's 8.
And sitting duck gives him another negative, right? For maneuver or no?
So yeah, I counted that in.
Okay, cool.
That's what brought it up
Sorry.
to 10. That's okay. So that's 8. So he would have to do a probably either a moderate and a 4 armor stress box or a severe and a 2 armor stress box. Neither of those are fantastic. So if he does that, it's 2, so that brings it down to 6. So that's a 5. That's a 2 and a 4. Be the way to do that. Or he could re-roll, possibly get something really good. You know what? He's going to re-roll. Well, it's not really good, but it's better.
Yeah, 1 better.
So 3, so he's going to take 5? Right? Oh no, it was 10 minus 3 is 7. So he's going to take a 3 armor stress box, and he's going to take a moderate consequence, which is going to be... I was going to say,
that's still more than 5, so...
Yeah.
Yep, you're whittling him down.
That's a heavy hit.
What is going on?
So if he takes another big whammy hit, that might be the end of him.
Sorry, hold on one sec.
You could see the Finn's mech from space on like a heat scale.
What's that pylon we're seeing? Oh no, that's just a mech. But not to be confused with that quick draw that's even hotter.
What's this new volcano that's erupting?
So the dragon, I think we're gonna go with a structure exposed moderate consequence. So that'll be available for someone to tag later. You completed yours. Oh wait, you hit him with missiles, right? So he's also going to take a stability stress. Okay. I think it's their turn to shoot. I think the quick draw is going to shoot. The quick draw is going to shoot at Finn because the quick draw is shooting at Finn from behind. So yeah. That is not really going to affect his attack, but it will affect when someone tries to shoot at him. Is he going to... So he's... Oh, man. If he goes past 4 excess heat, he automatically shuts down, but he's got no reason not to. So he's just going to face roll the controls. And he is going to fire this at +2, so that is 2, that is 4. He is going to tag the fact that he's firing at you from behind, so that's going to be 4, that's going to be 6, and he's going to tag the fact that you are a sitting duck. That's going to bring it to 8. So I need a maneuver roll from you, please. Finn.
Heavy hit.
It did not. Let me press it again. There we go. So 4. Oh no, 1. That was the first one. So 1. because of my -2 from my lower piloting.
But you've only been attacked once. This is the first attack against you this round. So you don't take any penalty for that. So you would take -1 for your lower piloting, so that gives you a 4. Right?
No, I accidentally pressed it twice. The first roll I got a 2.
Oh, I gotcha. I was going to say, like, man, that was a really good
-1.
roll. Okay, I see. So yeah, that's a 1. So that was, how much was that? It was 2, 4, 6. It was 8. -1 is 7. You can take a. You'd have to take a moderate and a severe, or no, you have to take a mild and a severe to soak that up.
I guess I'm taking a mild and severe.
All right, fair enough.
And then one stability.
Yes, correct. 1 stability. Okay, so the mild,
right.
Let's say it's knee actuator crit, and the severe is going to be engine crit.
Okay.
That little bastard.
Sorry, I'm sending smoochy texts to my wife as she goes off to bed, so apologies for being distracted.
It's a moral imperative.
It really is. Okay, so
No.
actually...
Important things.
So we're good there. He has attacked... he actually still has that aspect because nobody... Stolenfire says, "Good night, Ben's wife." Thank you, I appreciate that. I'll relay the message. It is... You guys get to choose who's going to attack next.
Either one of you take that dragon out.
Either one of us can try.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna die regardless. Focus on the quick draw because it's almost dead.
You're not gonna die.
You're right, because it's a simulation.
It's game
You're
over.
definitely gonna
man.
get failing marks. I'm just saying.
I'll just shoot I'll shoot the quick draw.
Okay.
I am just going to use my energy weapon, though.
Oh, that's right. He shut down. Because he overheated. Okay, yeah. You know what? Well, actually, he could still absorb a fair amount of damage. So yeah, go for it.
All right.
You get a free tag from behind.
Yep.
Yep, and free tag because he is shut down, and a free tag because he is he was a sitting duck. So yeah.
Okay.
That's plus.
So how much? I was say a free tag is +2 each.
Yep.
So, all right.
Okay.
So I get a +1 because my gunnery is more than my energy. So that's actually a +3. And you know what? I'm just gonna throw all the free tags into +2s.
So that's a +9.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? He also has the melted myomer mild consequence that has not been tagged yet. If you would like to.
Yeah.
Oh, wipe the floor. Wipe
Yeah, why
the
not?
floor with this guy.
Oh, of course he rolls like mostly negatives on this stupid dice. So that's a 2. So hold on, that was 11, I think. 'Cause you had 3 plus 4,
Yep.
so that's 11. -2 is 9.
Yeah.
He can actually survive this.
Yeah, I figured.
But it cost him everything.
He has a moderate consequence left. Let's see.
Would you care to share what his new consequences are?
On the plus side, he has some new ones that can be tagged.
Yeah.
He's got so he used his level 4 armor stress box because that hadn't been used yet, and he's using his severe consequence, which is left torso destroyed. So That can be tagged against attacks because some of his weapons have been destroyed, or it can be used against defense because his internals are open. So yeah, that'll be available. That'll be available when somebody wants to use it. Okay, so go ahead and mark yourself as having attacked, please, Nicholas.
Yep.
I think the Griffin is gonna go next. The Griffin sprinted.
Did all kinds of crazy running around circles.
He did. You know what? He's gonna shoot at Finn.
Oh no, I can't believe it.
Oh, bunch of inner sphere dirty dogs.
Requires 3 of you to kill 1 of me.
He's gonna
Shameful
shoot
display.
just his PPCs. His PPC. He is gonna tag both of your aspects for the knee actuator crit and the engine crit. So that's gonna be +4. So that's 7.
Oh.
I'm trying to provoke him into firing both weapons to get a fate point.
If you're going down in flames.
Exactly. Trick him into overheating his net.
Burn, baby, burn.
You know what? I will give you. He will add 1 from his missiles into that, so that after this he will still be down to just the red line on his heat when he tags the water again. So yeah, that'll be 8 actually instead of 7. So
All right.
I need a maneuver roll from you, please. Yes. What?
Roll.
Nice.
That's 4 in total because of my piloting, and I've already been shot at once.
Okay, so you still take 4.
Woo!
Okay, so that is your last consequence.
Yes.
So you are still technically alive. Let's see, where are the Griffin 2C's weapons located?
They're mostly like center torso and the side torsos, and 1 head weapon, I think.
Okay, so in that case, we're gonna say, you know what? We're gonna say weapon crit. So that'll affect if you try to shoot at somebody. But yeah, you're still alive, just barely. Like, man, I can't believe.
Hey,
that.
man,
that was such a good
technically alive is the best kind of alive.
Finn's gotta win this battle, otherwise his clan people are just gonna execute him. Got beat in a training simulation. You're done for.
I mean, this was you guys are slightly outmatched in this training simulation. You guys had 2 heavies to deal with. So, all right. So that was the Griffin. He's fired. So it comes down to either Tovar or Doc shooting next.
Can I attempt to
dive in.
that dragon? Does he have a long distance weapon?
Yes, he's got missiles. He's got LRMs, and he's got an AC5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I attempt to provoke him to shoot at me and not Finn.
Yes. So I think you roll. What is that?
That's actually provoke.
Yeah, go for it. Let's see. Where is... You posted that earlier. Okay, provoke.
I'll post it again for you.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, so I need to know...
I'm assuming that's
what are they rolling to avoid?
Usually it would be their discipline.
Okay, so... don't see discipline in here. Oh, you mean will?
Yeah, sorry, Will. I was thinking
That
Star Wars.
was. You're good. That's what I was just about to ask. Was as a new player, I don't see discipline. Is this kind of like Will?
Let's see. I'm gonna say that we'll go with sensors being the equivalent of his will. So
In which case, I will totally tag my last fate point to get +2 on that.
All right. Which aspect are you using?
Friends are worth the trouble.
All right. Yeah.
Womp,
Yeah.
womp.
That will do the trick. Use your free invocation to become the target of that character's next relevant attack. Okay. Yeah. So not only do you impose the aspect on them, but you also draw their fire.
Yep.
Okay. What aspect are you creating? Just a.
Just blinded by rage.
Okay, that's fair. I'll allow that.
Because I totally call him out for being an inner sphere coward for ganging up on one mag. Come on, 3-on-1? Come on.
Even though it's a simulation, I'll allow this. Okay, so that was your. You do that instead of attacking. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So then.
And it will let me cool off.
It does, yeah. Not him though. He is hot under the collar. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna go ahead and fire. He's got ballistics and missiles he can shoot at you with, so he's gonna do that. So this is gonna be at +1.
Bring it, Scruffy. And my maneuver is at +1.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to tag his aspect, the aspect you created for that.
Nope.
All right. So yeah, the quick draw is.
You survive one more round.
The quick draw is just out. So okay. I mean that was the dragon's turn. Doc, it's your turn to shoot.
Doc, you should be able to roast that dragon.
Doc is going to roast that dragon.
Okay.
Going in with both, so Alpha Strike. Going with both medium and long range.
So you're going after the quick draw, you mean, right?
Sorry, yes.
Okay, perfect.
So let's see here. That is going to be long range. Is that
actually? So you're going to. Okay. So actually, you would actually have rolled that at the great rating, because that represents all of your energy weapons kind of overlapping in that firing distance. But basically, we'll just add +1 to that roll.
Sure.
So that's a total of 6.
Yep.
He doesn't have any aspects to tag for you to tag, but that doesn't really matter too much. You will gain 2 heat for that, just FYI.
Sure. 2 in addition to my normal 3. Yes.
I'm sorry, it's 3. I apologize. It's a total of 3.
So I typically gain 3.
Yes,
do I gain
correct.
Additional heat for the alpha?
No, because for you, an alpha strike is just representing all of your energy weapons firing, and that's built into like the heat generated by your energy weapons already. You only generate extra heat if you're including additional weapon systems like a ballistic weapon and a missiles weapon on top of whatever you're doing. So
copy. I mean, I don't even have all those extra things, so energy is what it is.
Yep. So basically for you, you're always generating 3 heat with it. It's just that you have to be within a certain range to get that extra bit of like the damage from the short medium lasers that you've got. So
I feel you.
It's kind of it's kind of a weird quirk of the system, but yeah. So yeah, and I think you should be at 2. You should be at 1 excess heat, right? Because you started at 2 heat and then you add 3. Or did you start at 0 heat and that the 3 you added is what you just got?
The 3 added is what I just got.
Oh wow, you were at 0 heat already. Okay, dang.
And doesn't that quick draw have some consequences still taggable?
Yes, he does. he has left torso destroyed.
We'll tag it.
Okay.
We'll tag it.
All right, so that's 8. So he gets to roll maneuver, but this is at -1 because he's already been shot at once.
Yep.
So that's 2. So 6 minus 2 is... Or 8 minus 2 is 6. He only has a moderate consequence left, which means he is exploded. Yeah.
Exploded.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Kaboom!
One of theirs died before one of ours. That's a win.
Yeah, yep.
Like I've been taking shit over here.
Yeah,
I say not by much, Finn, but not.
have.
But still up. Still up.
Hey, I figured pulling that dragon's heat off you would at least hopefully keep you alive.
I'm gonna punch that dragon.
The Centurion is in a target-rich environment.
Yeah, the Centurion can shoot at Tovar. So
Yep.
He's
He's not happy with me creeping up behind him.
No, not really.
I was hoping to get one more accelerate.
All right, so let's see. Ballistic, that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 heat. You know what? He's just going to go for it. Why not? So that is going to cause him to shut down, but he is going to make this roll. This is at +3. That is a 7.
Wow.
Tovar, if you would like to roll a maneuver.
And that's a straight 3, because I'm +1, but I'm -1 because I've been attacked already.
That is true, yeah. So 7, so you
I
take
will
4.
totally take a moderate consequence.
All right. You're not just going to take it as armor damage?
I only have 4 armor.
Yes, but you, so armor works differently than heat and stability. You just mark off the box that it would take off.
Oh, okay. Then I'll
again,
take my 4 box.
Yeah, it basically represents you like kind of twisting, to like absorb the damage on like one part of your mech that still has armor on it, essentially.
I will let that piece of armor get lazed off.
All right. All right. So that is that. I think we're just coming up on the 3-hour mark now. So, well, we've got a couple minutes, but let's go ahead and call it there. I think. I mean, you guys killed one of their mechs before they killed one of yours. That was 3 rounds of combat. So definitely moved a little bit quicker than previously.
You said that Centurion was going to be shut down next round?
Yeah, the Centurion was going to be shut down. The
dragon was probably going to get roasted soon.
Yeah, the dragon... let's see. So the Centurion only had... It didn't have any consequences, and had a total of 7 armor stress boxes left. The dragon had taken a moderate consequence, but still had 12 armor boxes left, and the Griffin was untouched. So, they're still in fighting shape, but then again, the crab hasn't been touched. Well, Finn is on like a shred of my armor.
Yeah,
I took all the damage for everyone else. That was the plan.
Yeah, yeah. You served as the tank for the group. So yeah, I mean,
I was a tank in my fucking light mech.
Tank you did.
It's a 40-tonner. It's technically a medium, but only barely. But yeah, I mean, like you guys still probably would have edged out that the rest of that encounter. But yeah, that would have been a tough fight. So there we are.
We totally would have avenged your honor, Finn.
My honor remained unstained. I survived.
True.
Unlike the inside of your cockpit, your honor is unstained.
Wow.
The inside of my cockpit is like fucking melting.
Yeah.
Everything is burning it to the touch.
Yeah. What was your?
Let's imagine there's no armor left. You can see Finn through the hole.
Little feet dangling in the chest.
There's just a little glass window. He's like waving at us.
Like the end of fucking Avatar when the dude is fighting with his like mech's cockpit like broken off.
Oh yeah, man, it's been a while since I've seen that movie, but yeah, that's. All right, well, yeah, that went pretty well, I think. Thoughts from you guys? I'd love to hear if you have any suggestions for any insight into parts that you thought could have gone a little bit faster, things that were maybe not fun about it. Always looking for ways to improve it.
I'm definitely liking the marking our tokens.
I agree, actually. That was a really good idea.
Agreed.
Reminds me of the old Battletech days with the extra D6s, just a mark on the table.
I'm doing the Aces playtest that Catalyst released as part of their Kickstarter. And
oh, nice!
So I've got D4s for all of my units to represent like the target modifier, the target number modifier, and everything like that, just to keep things nice and easy. It's pretty good.
D4s are nice; they don't get knocked over.
Yes, and I haven't seen a TMM above 4, so it's kind of perfect. But yeah.
As a backliner in this particular encounter, I would have liked to have seen a cooldown on area effects, because I felt like there was no need for me to move. There was no incentive.
And that's how like Battletech plays though for like fire support mechs.
Sure, and I understand that concept, but from a game perspective, from a meta game perspective, that there was no incentive for me to move because it was well outside of the range of my movement.
Gotcha. I see what you mean. Okay. I'm not sure how to accomplish that, but I will keep it in mind.
And that's just it. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm just giving you the perspective that I had.
Yeah. And to be fair, the mech, the crab is kind of a weird mech because it's meant to be a brawler. Like, it's meant to be kind of up in the middle of the fight, kind of tanking because it's got good armor, it's got good stability, it's got pretty good weapons. But it doesn't really have the speed to do that unless you coordinate with the rest of your lance to do that. So yeah.
Or if you start in close quarters.
Yeah.
And then you just march to the objective.
Yep.
Now the crab is basically like an assault mech without being an assault mech.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind. I'll think about if there's a way to accomplish that. Sure.
And like I said, that's just, again, my perspective as a new player.
My thing, this is probably a limitation of Roll20, probably can't get around it, is I would like to be able to look at, but not necessarily, edit other people's character sheets, especially the mechs, just so, like, I know what the other people in my lance can do. Yeah.
Yeah, and
it would make sense. I mean, most of these mechs have been around for, like, hundreds of years. At some point, you would know what they can do.
Yeah, and it's programmed into most battle computers and stuff like that at this point. So I can easily.
You can just add that to the bio and let everybody see it.
Yep. It would also help with like team strategy.
Yeah, but I can.
You can plan around what people's strengths are and stuff.
Yeah, I can give you guys edit access to each other's mechs, just with the understanding that you don't go in and change anything.
Yeah.
As far as enemy mechs go, I could basically do the same thing there. Like that's not that hard. Um,
That's
So, yeah.
less important to me, but I'd be cool with having the information, but
okay.
I think it would make sense. Plus, you could, mix it
Sure.
up. If we fight a new mech, like something that just came off the production line, then we wouldn't know anything about it, so it'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, or like a custom
then
variant.
You could always do skills too, like perception to notice what do you see hanging out on that mech.
I would assume
And-
it would just
and-
follow
yeah,
their
that's
sensors.
customized.
That's what I was about to say. Is if we could do a perception or an investigate versus a lore, and at varying levels be able to get more information about enemy mechs.
Yeah, absolutely. And that definitely is something that I would be totally fine with you guys doing. Like I said, there are probably going to be some mechs that are going to be like they're pretty ubiquitous. You guys will know what they've got. But yeah, for any like custom mechs or anything that's relatively rare or new, those things would probably require you guys to make those kinds of rolls. So, but yeah, that's something to keep in mind for those other situations. So
Yeah, I mean, that's why I just asked, does he have the capability to attack me,
yeah.
But I recognize he has a weapon that's close enough to hit me. Yes. Shoot me in the face.
And actually, so you should be able to read the bios on all of the enemy mechs, which gives you a breakdown of like what equipment they've got, but it just doesn't break it down into the fate system like stat terms.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's at least something that is already there, but I like the idea of making the sheets available. So yeah, once we decided on like what your guys' Lance is going to be comprised of in the actual gameplay, like in the actual campaign, I'll make sure to open it up so you guys can see each other's capabilities.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Like,
Say again.
I was gonna say, I feel like my missiles should not have generated as much heat because they're only LRM 5 packs.
Yeah, but you're
And they only
firing
generate
4
2
of them.
with the heat each.
You're firing 4 of them.
Yeah, that's only 8 heat, and I have 20 heat sinks.
I mean, it's not exactly gonna translate over to like the classic tabletop.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I'm
rules.
just joking.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I kind of looked at it, was like, I mean, if they don't generate enough heat for people to be nervous about their heat, then why are we bothering? So yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I've definitely had that thought where I was like, this mech should be hotter, or this mech shouldn't be this hot, but kind of abstracting it a little bit. So.
And you can always add it into mech features too.
Well, that's the other thing is, as I've been going in and creating the different extras, I'm also looking at creating stunts for each mech based on what role the mech should play. I'm looking at basically giving each mech a stunt based on the role, or maybe even creating like a list of stunts that the mech can have, and you guys get to pick which one your mech in particular uses for the role that your mech plays.
Yeah, like when we played the assault mechs, you had a couple of them in there already.
Yeah, I think the Atlas had a thing that made it so it could basically kind of do your provoke thing where it like pulled aggro. So I'm thinking about things like that for the roles, and then I'm also looking at probably creating a high concept and a trouble aspect for each mech as well. So like,
That'd be kind of neat.
Say again.
I was saying that'd be neat.
Yeah, I was thinking
Well,
like
mechs
it's
have
really
character.
useful for like certain mechs are like notorious for like having really like just abysmal ammo supplies. So that would be like a trouble aspect that I would probably tack onto those mechs so that they can other enemies can like, hey, here's a fate point because you're piloting that mech and you've been shooting for a few rounds, so maybe you're running low on ammo, type of thing. So
Yeah. I think it would definitely help to make each mech like feel more unique.
yeah, I'm hoping that between like the specific like mech traits, like the skill ratings for each mech, plus a stunt, plus based on the roll, plus a high concept and a trouble, plus whatever extras they get for their equipment or whatever the case may be. I'm hoping that makes each mech feel like what it should feel like. So that's the idea, anyways. Yeah. Got to do a little bit more work with it, but generally speaking, I'm pretty happy with the way it's turning out. So, over the course of the next couple of weeks, if you have any thoughts, feedback, suggestions, anything like that, please bring them up in the Discord chat because I would love to talk about it. Otherwise, we will plan to reconvene in 2 weeks, which will be May 11th. I was going to say the 12th, but that's not correct. It's because we play on Thursday nights. So May 11th will be the next game. We will be streaming some more, me painting some more minis, some more Battletech minis on the 4th, which is next Thursday, so please feel free to show up if you want to watch me paint some mechs and just kind of chat about whatever. Otherwise, more Battletech Fate will happen on the 12th, or on the 11th, excuse me. Literally just corrected myself and did it anyways. Anywho, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in and watching. Everybody who's playing, thank you very much for tuning in and playing. I've been your GM. I'm Ben Ravensdale. You can see me here on the channel again on Monday nights, next Monday, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be playing in a Dragon Age RPG that is GM'd by the owner of this Twitch channel, Stolen Fires. And then next Monday at 10 p.m. I will be playing in a Curse of Strahd live stream on this channel as well. So yeah, that's where you can see me next. If everybody wants to do a quick recap, introduction, farewell thingy, anything you want to plug, feel free to plug. Where can we see you next on Twitch or on YouTube, or if you have any social media stuff that you want to plug, feel free. Starting with player one, Nicholas.
Hi, Eric. I was playing Nicholas. I'm not on the internet anywhere else. You'll see me here on the 11th.
Player two, which is going to be Finn.
I'm also not on the internet, but you might see me on random videos creeping through dumpsters behind Arby's.
Okay. Player three is going to be Doc.
Hi, I'm Doc. I'm also Wes, so depending on what you want to call me, either way, it'll be nicer than what my mom does. But I am also on the internet in various places, but I'll see you before you see me.
Fair enough. Mysterious. And last but not least, we've got Tovar, player four.
This is Jim Tovar. I want to do a shout out because Stolen Fires did say Blade Runner is being run tomorrow.
I was going to wrap up with that, but yes, thank you.
Okay. And you can find me at Creative Play and Podcast Network, where tomorrow we will be doing Genesis, our Weird West setting, and then on Saturday we'll be doing City of Mist on our Twitch channel.
Ooh, I like City of Mist. That's a good game.
We just posted our podcast for our Iron Kingdoms game too. So
repeat that Weird West one for me, because I've been building my own Western game recently, and I'm also intrigued.
We're using the Genesis system, the new Star Wars system.
Yeah.
And the group's concept is that we let them Session Zero build the town of Weirdwood. That they pick that there's a group of widows, as we call it, the Widder Society, that are actually witches. That the group is not sure if they're good or bad, but they are 100% sure the local preacher, Father Michaels, is a demon worshiper or a demon himself. They actually found his mummified heart and did some cool stuff last week to make him mortal-ish.
Oh man, where can I find this?
This is on Twitch at Creative Play and Podcast Network. That's her channel's name.
Creative Play. Okay.
And you said that's tomorrow, Friday, at what time?
Tomorrow at 7:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay, very cool.
Good times.
I'll definitely have to check that out. Sadly,
Thank you, Ben, for running an awesome game.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in and joining. I appreciate it. In addition to everything else that was just talked about, Stolen Fires, this Twitch channel does have a few other things going on. The most imminent of which is tomorrow night at... Hold on. Aha! I just put up the schedule. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern is Electric Memory, which is a Blade Runner campaign. That is Stolen Fires. Just put a little synopsis. They're investigating a ship that blew up at a corporate shipyard, Wayland Yutani shipyard. Wait a second. Wayland Yutani, that's
aliens.
yeah. Wayland Yutani is aliens.
But who says it's not in the same galaxy?
I guess that's true.
Actually, there is a headcanon they are in the same galaxy.
Well, yeah, because the aliens universe has the what are they called? The synthoids or
Synthetics?
the synthetics?
Synths?
Yeah, the synths. It's all part of the Ridley Scott cinematic universe. Oh, cool. Okay, very cool.
Correct.
All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. I like the idea of. I really like the idea of the replicants fighting aliens. Like, I kind of want to see Roy Batty fighting xenomorphs.
That would be awesome.
That would be freaking
Like
rad.
Like I said,
Genetically
in theory,
soldiers versus xenomorphs.
Yeah, exactly.
acid blood and oat milk blood.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see who wins.
They probably don't have to fight Xenos yet, but soon. All right, well, that's definitely something to tune in for. All right. Thank you all again very much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Looking forward to getting the campaign officially kicked off, which should be happening on the 11th. There will be a mission briefing, and there will be some role play and all that kind of stuff. So they have to figure out which of the humans is actually a replicant. I mean, that's kind of critical in a Blade Runner game. I don't think you can get away without that story hook. So
Yep.
I mean, I
Blade
feel like
Runner's
that's
got
also
really good
applicable to this
mechanics in
game.
that, by the way.
True. Sorry, say again, Jim?
If you play Blade Runner, it's got a really good game mechanic where a player can actually opt to not know for sure if they are or aren't.
I like that. That's good.
At a good, nice, dramatic moment, which is always fun.
I like it. All right. Thank you all again very much for tuning in. To my players, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much for joining. I will see everybody again on Monday for some Dragon Age and some D&D. And more
Later, taters.
more giant
Have a good
robot
night, guys.
stuff next Thursday for painting. But yeah, thank you very much.
Everybody have a good weekend. Be safe and get some gaming in.
Yep.
Y'all have a good weekend. Have good weeks.
Bye,
Later,
everybody.
tater.
I just realized I'm terrible at paying attention to this. Saphosopus? Saphosopus? I'm saying that wrong, but someone followed us about 2 hours ago, and it totally zoomed past my notice. So this is just a quick shout out to Sap. I'm just going to call you Sap. If you're still around, thank you for following and for tuning in. Really appreciate it.